Hi guys, it's Nika, and today I will be building a house that I simply called Tiny House Tall Walls, because it's a tiny house. It has, I think it is exactly 64 tiles, like how in the tiny living, the types of the tiny houses. The middle tier, I think, the max number of tiles that you can place is 64. I'm sorry, my voice is going. Yeah, I think it's only 64 tiles, so it's actually a tiny house by the game requirement, and tall walls, well, because I used tall walls. And I think this is the very first time I'm actually using them in like a serious build, because sometimes I have definitely used tall walls before for photo shoots or something like that, but it wasn't like a real build. I just needed a backdrop or something. I needed something in the background. Yeah, so this is the very first build with tall walls that I can remember. I don't like tall walls. I'm gonna be honest. I think they are too tall, which, yeah, they are called tall walls for a reason, right? But they are too much, and we don't have enough like stuff to put on like this height, I guess. I don't know. And yeah, so I decided to challenge myself and to use them again, like as I challenged myself with the round walls and the platforms. This house uses platforms again, because I feel like that was the only way to make this house look good, was to help myself with some platforms. And by the way, yeah, I'm actually starting to really like platforms. My point from that the older video still stands. They can be a bit frustrating, but I love building with them. I think that's obvious at this point. I love platforms so much. But they could like fix them. That would be very nice. Just because I love them doesn't mean I'm satisfied with them. Yeah, anyway, so this house, it's a not loft, studio, right? It has everything in one room, and then of course you have a bathroom. And yeah, it's very black and gray and like monochromatic, I guess. I hope that's the right word. I didn't really, when I was going in the build or the build mode, I wasn't really sure what color scheme to go with. And then it just kinda happened that it turned into this black and gray thing. But I think it looks kinda nice. Honestly, yeah, I'm very satisfied with this house. I built it in like 90 minutes, so that's also pretty cool. Usually when I'm building, it takes me, well, a lot of the builds that I did for this channel, I'm sorry, my voice is going again. A lot of the builds that I did for this channel actually took me like 4 or 5 hours. And I've actually been thinking I need to do something a bit smaller, something that would take me less time, because it's impossible to post like long builds all the time, right? So I was very happy that this only took me like 90 minutes. And I wasn't even building for all of these 90 minutes. I don't know, I went to the living room to chat with my parents for a bit, and I clicked out of the game to be on Twitter and stuff like that. And yeah, so I wasn't even building for all these 90 minutes. I was only recording for these 90 minutes. And I've got another small house coming in a few days, I think. And that one actually took me just 50 minutes, so that was also pretty cool, because sometimes my room builds take that much time, although it doesn't happen too often. Usually now my rooms take me about 15 minutes, but the very first one that I did back in December, like all of them were around 50-40 minutes, and they're not even that crazy. Sometimes they are very basic, but they just took me so long. Maybe I'm just getting better, or maybe I'm just like getting to know the catalog better, so I know exactly where to go when I'm looking for something. Maybe that helps too. But yeah, this house took me less than usual, and I have another house that took me less than usual, and oh my god, I have been talking about the build for quite a long time. That's not usual with me. I had to stop so many times during this recording, because my voice actually, I'm talking for a bit and then it just gets weird, and I don't know if it's the morning or if it's something else, because I'm used to recording in the morning. And yeah, the first moment I start recording, my voice is a bit weird, or like speaking feels a bit weird, but it gets better, and I feel like at this point it should have gotten better already, and it did not. So I'm wondering what's wrong. I hope I'm not sick. I can't see why I should be sick. Wait, no, I know. Maybe, yeah, maybe I did something stupid that might be making me sick right now, but oh well. I'll live, I guess. Yeah, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're not like down with something, with some sickness or something like that. And if you are, then I wish you a quick recovery. I guess, I don't know. I'm just rambling right now, but I really hope you are doing well. Oh, I need to tell you about something. I had the weirdest dream tonight. So I got used to falling asleep with my headphones. I listen to like this relaxing music when I go to bed, and I used to do that sometimes, like even months ago, but usually I didn't even fall asleep. I just like turned it off later and I put my phone on my shelf and I went to bed and I just fell asleep without any music. And then later, maybe I did fall asleep, but after like an hour or two, I woke up, I turned off the phone, and yeah, I continued sleeping without it. Well, for the past few weeks, I've actually been able to sleep with the relaxing music for all of the night. I always find these like relaxing music videos that are like 8-10 hours long, and yes, so I got used to listening to them. And last night I found something that was or they were claiming that it would give you vivid dreams, even like profound dreams or something like that, and I didn't really believe that. I don't really believe in like that like thing. I just picked it because I thought the music was nice and it was relaxing and I liked it, so I turned it off. I turned it on. I turned off my like screen on my phone. By the way, I found how I can like turn off the screen while listening to YouTube, and it's the greatest thing. I don't even have to like pay for anything. It's just my phone's feature, and I don't know if it's like at this point if every phone does that, but none of my previous phones were able to do this. So when I discovered this feature, I was so happy and I felt like I made some grand discovery. Anyway, so yeah, I put on this video with this relaxing music that was supposed to give you vivid dreams, and I wasn't thinking much of it. I just really liked the music, and then I fell asleep. And it did exactly what it said it would do. I had a very vivid dream. I had a dream that I don't exactly know how it started, but we were in a class and the teacher was like, we are going to choose one of you, and one of you will go to the TV and you will do an interview with someone while you're in like the main news, like the evening news that are at 7 p.m. You will be there with all the other people who are usually there, and you will do an interview with some person that they, invited for an interview in the evening news. And somehow, well, obviously it was my dream, so of course I was picked against my will. Like in that dream, I didn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to do it in real life. Yeah, I was picked and I was terrified of it, and it felt so real. I was so nervous about like going to the TV and doing the interview. And then I don't remember much other than like the anxiety and stuff like that. And then the next thing I remember, I was getting ready for the interview, and this one this is like, I can already see some Czech person asking, okay, who was it? Which one was it? But this one man that usually like is in the evening news, he came to me in my dream and he gave me like a bite of his bread with some cheese on it. And yeah, he gave me like, I could take a bite from his bread. That sounds so wrong. Oh my god. No, it was like actual like food, like bread with cheese. And then he looked at me and he was like, but you can't have these shoes. Look at your shoes. They are so dirty. And I looked down and I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. What am I gonna do? That's so awkward. Oh my god, I can't go on the TV with this. And then for some reason, the dream changed and I was back home and I was going through like boxes of shoes and I was trying to find the shoes that I wore to my dance lessons when I was like 17. Because I don't know, this might be a tradition in other countries, especially in maybe like Eastern European countries or Central European countries. But in my country, when you're like in high school, you go to dance lessons, like classical dance lessons, like I don't know, waltz and I forgot every other dance. How nice. Yeah, and there are also some like, they also teach you some like basic rules of like good manners and stuff like that. It's a bit old-fashioned now, and it's definitely not as much of a need to go there. Like in the past, pretty much everyone went to dance lessons, and now it's just who wants to go there, they go there, and you don't even really use it outside of the class. But those lessons were very nice. So yeah, in that dream I was looking for these old shoes, and I'm not sure if I found them because I actually woke up. But my point is, it was so vivid. I woke up and I didn't think about it, and then actually I did think about it. And I was like, wait, but that didn't... I thought about it as if it actually happened, as if I actually went to the TV to do an interview, and then this one guy who usually does the interviews, like, he shared his food with me, and he told me my shoes were, like, wrong and dirty, and I shouldn't wear them. And I thought about it as if it actually happened. And I sat here, and I thought, wait, but no, that didn't actually happen. That was just my dream. And yeah, so, I wonder if it's just a coincidence or if that music actually gave me a vivid dream. But yeah, that was kind of weird and it's kind of funny. I don't know. I mean, I will take vivid, weird dreams over vivid nightmares or dreams that are set in university. I'd take vivid, weird dreams over these any day or any night, I guess. So yeah, I'm not sure. Now that I said it out loud, that dream doesn't seem as funny. Maybe no one will find it funny, but yeah, I just really wanted to share it because what? And if any Czech person is watching, no, I will not tell you who shared bread with me. I don't know. I mean, no, I'm not gonna tell you. No. It's not like, I don't know. No. End of story. Moving on. We are gonna talk about something else. Except, I don't know what we could talk about. Oh, yeah, maybe, actually, yeah, back to building. So, this house was pretty short to build. Then another house was also pretty short to build. And my fingers are actually itching to make another bigger house or another bigger, more complicated build. So yeah, I thought I needed to build some like smaller houses, but maybe that's not what I want to build. Maybe my heart desires big, over-dramatic houses that will actually, for the first hour of building, just give me hell, because when I begin, I have no idea how I'm gonna do the thing that I imagined in my head. And yeah, so I think I will probably go and do another bigger build. I hope it won't make me cry. I hope that when I finish it, it won't make real Sims builders cry. Although, okay, I made this joke in like 1 or 2 videos, and it was kind of that, like, you know, you are gonna attack yourself before anyone else can attack you. Like, I said that because I didn't want people to expect good things from me. I said that to make them expect that the build will be ugly. But honestly, I'm starting to really like my building skills. I think, okay, I'm not up there like with the like super cool builders. I definitely am not like a super skilled builder. But like, I'm getting there. I'm slowly getting there. I'm learning new things and I'm willing to improve and stuff. So I probably won't say welcome to another episode of Making Real Builders Cry again, because I actually think better of my building skills at this point, which is a good thing. Like, I don't think much of myself. I'm actually pretty insecure and I don't like many things about myself, but the building skills are honestly getting better, so at least there's that, I guess. No, that's not true. I like some things about myself. I like my imagination, even though it's crazy sometimes, but that's also what I like about myself. I like my sense of humor, even though I might be the only one laughing at the jokes, but I really like my sense of humor. I do like my writing. Like, obviously what I'm writing now is just the first draft and it's a mess because every first draft is that, but I think like when you put it all together with like editing and stuff like that, I think I can write a good piece. I don't know. Yeah. What else do I like about myself? I'm leaving out the appearance things because most of you haven't seen me, so, but yeah, I like some things about my appearance too. What else do I like about myself? I like that I can stick to things. I really like that. So yeah, there are definitely some things I do like about myself, but if I were to name things that I don't like about myself, that would be a longer list. So I need to work on that, and I think a lot of us could work on that. So what are some things that you like about yourself? What are some things that you would give yourself a pat on the back for? Like, you can just say to yourself right now, that's like my homework for you, or you can share it in the comments and we can all read, because I think we should be more proud of ourselves, honestly. And I'm not sure where this voiceover is going, because I went from describing a weird dream to just being like, hey, be nice to yourself. Although that's true, you should be nice to yourself, okay? You all be nice to yourselves, or else I will show up at your door and I will force you to be nice to yourself. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, maybe it's time to stop, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and leave a comment if you have anything nice to say. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my other social media. I love you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone, bye guys!